Reviews of books I haven't read in years. Okay, The Castings Trilogy by Pamela Freeman. This is another one of those books that I got by accident from that book club that I just failed to send back the notice being like, I don't want that book. And then it came in, and it's a chunk. It's a big book, possibly because it's a trilogy of books. And I just didn't read it for years. Like, it was in my pile of to-be-read books for, I think, going on a decade, before finally I picked it up, just because I didn't have many books that I wanted to read sitting around. And it took me forever to get into it. Like, it's one of those books that follows, I think, like 5 major characters, and you're constantly jumping between them. And I love books like that as long as I like all the characters. But I did not like all the characters here. It's also a book that sort of expects you to pick up the world building as you go. And when you're jumping between multiple different characters and there's a lot of unexplained world building that you're supposed to just sort of figure out, it makes it really hard for me to get into it. Now, that being said, once I did get into it, I loved it. It was great. I remember, of course, the main character, I think her name was Bramble for some reason. I'm pretty sure it was Bramble. And one of the other major characters was a singer, but his voice was wrong because he had the magic power that he was supposed to sing to the dead, but everybody else of his people had beautiful voices. But overall, the thing that I loved about this series is it is an exploration of colonization, and it's sort of dealing with displaced peoples. It's not always the most in-depth and subtle book ever, but I really enjoyed it. And there's weird time travel, dream walking, visiting the dead in the end that I absolutely loved.